But it would take her twice as long to call her sister. You've got one select.
That's a good point.
She wouldn't be able to get to me fast. Yeah.
You know, what was she thinking?
I
mean,
fish.
I think like she should name something. Because something interesting lately.
What?
You know, you can always change your name.
Well, that is true.
To resident town of Trenton and Sedhan, County of Hancock. Greetings in the name of the state of Maine. You are hereby directed to notify and warn the inhabitants of said town of Trenton qualified by law to vote in town affairs, to meet in the municipal building in said town on Tuesday, the 7th day of July, AD 2026 at 7 p.m. in the evening, to act on the following articles to wit. Article 1, to choose a moderator to preside at said meeting.
I nominate Fred Erlenbach as moderator.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any other nominations? No?
I would move to allow the clerk to cast one ballot for moderator.
Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Got a vote on it. What?
The suspense mounts.
His name, is she right?
That's the question, isn't it? And here it goes. John, you wanna?
Pick the lucky winner.
Turn it over.
Jose Iglesias. Oh, no, Fred Erlenbach.
There you go.
Misread that.
I have
The old.
right there.
Oh, you.
Article 2, to see if the voters of the town of Trenton will increase the amount appropriated for general government for the fiscal year 2026-27 by $30,920 from $475,915 to $506,835. Take $25,000 from the Trenton Elementary School revision energy revenue and raise an additional $5,920 from taxes. What is your pleasure?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Can you just briefly explain, I think I understand that it had something to do with the school's solar bill and town's gonna get paid back for that, but I don't completely understand it.
Well, the school hadn't paid revision energy for 18 months. Okay. So, and they don't want to pay revision. They want to be billed by the town for their electricity. So we get the bill from revision and we pay it and we send a bill for their portion to the school.
How long have the solar panels been on the school?
3 years?
And I presume that people have been paying the bill,
Yeah, they were.
and why
Why did that change?
did that change?
You're asking the wrong people. We don't know.
All we know is it has to be paid, right?
All I know is it's got to be paid.
Another question. Anybody have any idea of if these solar panels have saved the town any money?
I would say yes, they have.
Any
Yep.
idea how much?
No, because I haven't got, I don't know what the school's electrical bill was prior. And I don't know, I know what their share is over the last 18 months was $31,000. But I don't know how that compares to what they were spending.
I think the principal had some numbers on that at the budget committee meeting, didn't she? I feel like I remember her saying something about that. I think the principal has one.
The finance committee and superintendent's office should have that.
Isn't it also a feature that this building is benefiting from
Oh, yeah.
getting power from there, and that's a significant savings, isn't it? Somebody told me it was like a third.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a third. Because this building, the streetlights, salt sand shed, and the sewer pump in the industrial park are all on that too. So we do save money. Any other discussion?
Difference, the 500+ thousand and the 475,915. That difference that we're talking about is just because of this revision energy bill, or is there more to it?
No, the audit went up $3,000 for the last year, 25, 26. So we anticipate that it will be at least that amount going forward. So we had to increase the budget for audit by 3,000. And the board voted to allow the employees to either take comp time or pay for holidays that fall on a Friday or a Saturday. So in order to do that, it's 32 hours because we got 4 coming up next year that fall on a Friday or Saturday. So you have to budget for 32 hours for each employee with Social Security and Medicare figured in.
So these sort of items that weren't accounted for when the town of Trenton budget was presented at the May town meeting.
Correct, because we didn't get the bill for the audit until after town meeting. And we didn't get the bill for the revision energy until after town meeting. No.
Is the bill for revision energy more than it was before? I don't understand the discrepancy.
The discrepancy.
Well, the school had so much money in its budget for solar, correct?
I don't know what the school had in their budget for solar. I don't think they had it in their budget for solar. I think they just had it in as electricity.
Will the statement from the solar company now come to the town office so it can be paid?
Yep. And we'll send them a bill for 77% or whatever that is, because that's their share.
Yeah.
And I expect you to pay it.
Yeah. The town originally signed a contract for this. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not a school contract, it's a town contract.
Well,
It's been talked about for.
it's still the town.
Still a town, right.
mean, it's-
But if, so it's could be a sticky wicket in the future if the voting does change and go to an RSU.
Not if they continue to pay the bill. So,
So this year, maybe next year, they'll put it in their budget.
well, I'm assuming that they have electricity in their budget. So that's all I can say. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Move to adjourn, the special town meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Okay, I'll call a Board of Selectmen's meeting to order. Any comments from visitors?
Hi, my name's Aaron Doherty. Not sure that I've met you before, but I'm Executive Director of Frenchman Bay Conservancy.
Could you step up to the microphone, please, so that people on Zoom can understand what you're saying?
Performance now. I'm Aaron Doherty. I'm the Executive Director of Frenchman Bay Conservancy, and we bought the former Bar Harbor Golf Course property a few years ago. You're probably all familiar with it. It's on River Road, and one of our neighbors now is Friends of Acadia. There were some articles in the paper recently about our plans and their plans, and I just wanted to let you know, wanted to introduce our organization to you and let you know what our plans are. I wasn't on the agenda, but can I take a couple of minutes, or is this not a good time to do that? 4, 3,
Yeah, go ahead.
5 minutes, whatever.
Less than 5.
Well, okay, it won't be 5
Give you
minutes.
3.
You're efficient. I saw that last town meeting. That was a quick one. Okay. We just did a major restoration project there. We had McMullen come in and remove the pond that was there. We did some stream restoration. We're going to manage it as a grassland property, which is pretty convenient because that's really what it is right now. So it supports some priority habitat for bird species. We're going to open it to the public pretty soon. We want to invite people to come in and walk the property. We're planning on building an ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act standards trail, so someone could use a wheelchair on the property if they want to. So that'll be about a 1-mile loop on the southern section of the property. We've already put in a parking area. We're also partnering with Maine Audubon, and they're running a couple different tours on the property over the course of the summer. That's already advertised, and they're doing that. So we're looking to see where it's going to grow from here. I think it's an exciting opportunity, and I really just wanted to mention that to you all for a couple of reasons. One, I'm looking for your support tonight on something. We're applying to the Maine Trails Bond for funding for that trail that I just mentioned, the ADA trail. That is, they offer awards of $250,000 and $100,000, so we may be awarded either one. ADA trails are expensive, and building a mile of it, it's like park mix. It's sort of like what they have on the carriage roads in the park. They place it down, they roll it and everything, so it's a nice firm surface, and I guess that's expensive. So that's what we're applying for. I'm looking for letters of support, and so I wanted to see if the select board would be willing to offer us a letter of support for that. I think it's an amenity for the town, and be happy to answer any questions about it. But thanks for your time tonight. I appreciate it.
I'd like to move that we provide a letter of support. Would you write it for us?
I'd be happy to draft it. I'll send you a draft, and I'm submitting the proposal a week from Friday, so about a little more than a week and a half from now.
I also want you to know, is it Jane Parley?
Yes.
Got in touch with the office, and it got directed to me, and she's going to be writing up something that we can put in our newsletter that goes out the end of the month. So
great.
I didn't know if you were aware of that and wanted to add things to it.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. We're looking for more opportunities to connect with the town, with elected officials, with residents, and just let everyone know who we are and that we're trying to be welcoming and good neighbors. So we'd be happy to have a tour on the property before it opens. If you want to join us for that, we'd be happy to have you out there and let us know what we can do to help.
I have a question.
Sure.
Do you know that there's a cemetery up there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
But haven't the stones all been disturbed? No. They fixed them at one time. The last time I talked to the man who owned the property, the Crowley Golf Course, the older man, he said they were piled up somewhere. He didn't know where they were. last time, nor did he have a list of who they were, who was in that cemetery. Rather troubling.
The letter of support, who's gonna sign that? You wanna make that part of your motion?
Well, I just made a motion that hasn't gone anywhere yet.
All right, but
You want to make that part of your motion of who signs it?
Who normally signs letters of support? Is it you?
Chair.
I would suggest the chair signs it.
I just want to.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you. I've got some literature if you would like. I'll leave it if you're anyone who's interested. It's a couple of newsletters and some trail guides. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Any other comments from visitors? Public? Any adjustments to the agenda?
I have a couple of questions. There was some additional material in our packet. Could that be discussed here at the meeting?
You mean
There's the letter from the Batsons. There was the notice of the payable of taxes that would be good to have on the record. And sort of adjacent to this last conversation, the community forest report, I thought was interesting. And the one that you just handed out on the Pennsylvania property, is that stuff that we should address those things?
you can put those on there, make those adjustments if you'd like.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to do that. Please.
Any other adjustments? Hearing none, approval of minutes of June 23.
Move to approve the minutes of June 23, 2026.
Discussion?
I have, sorry, I have a couple of comments on this. At the special town meeting where it says auditing and solar, I think we should add holiday pay there too. So that's accurate. That's 7C. And I would like, do you want me to give this to you tomorrow? Would that be easier
yeah,
for you?
I gave it to you to. Oof.
And I made that correction and it didn't happen. Because I said to you, I didn't know if it was
haven't seen
appropriate for me to do that or if it needed to be presented to everybody.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. And then the next one is, we added the May municipal election, but it didn't get reported in the minutes. Should that be in here too? I think people would go with that.
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
Yep.
we should have that. That was Kathleen Billings and Amy Morley. And then the last one, it's just a tiny detail, but we had at least 3 people who represented nonprofits, but there were also 2 people here who didn't step up to the microphone. But I think we should record that Emily Muse was here on behalf of the Grange and that Grant Viner was here on behalf of the Ellsworth Free Medical Center, just because if in the future somebody looks back and says, oh, nobody from there showed up, it wouldn't be accurate.
And I was here for Friends in Action as well.
And they spoke, but they didn't have prepared statements with them.
Get those?
No.
You will later?
Yeah, you're gonna have to give them to me.
Okay, do you want me to write it out, type it out and send it to you tomorrow?
Yes.
You can just cut and paste, copy and paste. Okay.
Move to approve minutes of June 23rd, 2026 as annotated.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Fire department.
Good evening, everyone. A couple of things before we get into the fire protection cistern project. We had our annual meeting last night and wanted just to announce that John Morse has retired from our fire department. He is obviously a life member, but he served the town of Trenton for 34 years. He's had some health issues and he's stepping down, but we're doing everything we can to help him out. I just wanted to publicly thank him for all of what he's done for the fire department and his many years of service. We had a member, Ashley Gardner. She passed her firefighter 1 and 2. She graduated this past Saturday at the Hancock County Fire Academy graduation it was held in Ellsworth High School. So congratulations to her. We have a new member, Stephen Fickett. He was basically voted in last night for probationary member. He comes from Connecticut, but he has his fire 1 and 2, so that's a bonus for us. So that's awesome. And then lastly, I wanted to make an announcement that Bill Malcolm is now our new deputy chief for the town of Trenton. So
Well done.
And Ashley works for Bucksport. She's in.
he does. He's an EMT in Bucksport. Yes. Yeah. We when she joined the academy, because Bucksport put her into the academy, and then we learned she lived in Trenton. We brought her on board. So she's been a great addition. So very enthusiastic, and I think she'll go far. Yeah.
I did notice that, Kevin put a little blip on Facebook.
Yes.
And actually, John has been doing fire safety for the public for what, 52 years?
Yes, he has. He was back with Edmonton. Started as a volunteer, went to the town of Brewer, served as a firefighter. Then he joined the fire marshal's office, and he did his stint there. He retired from the fire marshal's office. Obviously, in 1992, he joined Trenton. We've benefited from his knowledge and his steadfastness. And it's bitter sweet's good for him. He wants to. He's had these issues, but we just we're sorry to see him go, but we told him he's welcome back anytime. So, yeah, thank you.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go on to the system.
yep. Hey, what are we gonna change? What are we gonna modify?
Just worth of stuff here.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody had a chance to look at the RFP. And what it proposed for the property on the Bayside Road and for the submittals. What's not in here is the 3 different layouts from American Concrete. That would just make this document even longer, but I'll make sure that they get added to the RFP. But if anybody had a chance to read it, comments, concerns, things that shouldn't be in there, things that need to be added, I am more than willing to entertain some thoughts. And if not, I'll put it out to bid, see what happens.
Comments?
Right now, I don't know what would be missing, so I'm not familiar with this stuff.
Probably just something the town would require more than anything that I may not be aware of. So,
Well, one
see,
thing that I came up with is
Okay.
you don't show any proposed location for it.
other than the fact where the DOT said the entrance has to be,
Yeah,
that's where we're gonna have to do a walkthrough with the vendors. The entrance has to be in one location. It can't be any other place.
I got that,
So
but do you have any, are you gonna suggest where they
I
go?
am make a suggestion, but if they can come up with a better alternative, I think that's spelled out in the RFP that they have to provide that and provide some justification why they think that is the better alternative. On the southern end of the property is the least amount of fill that would have to be brought in because the property drops off so much. And that the thing has to be at least 4 feet underground. So I think from a bidding standpoint, it really can only go in one basic location to make their bids competitive,
Is
just due to the topography, sorry.
I had to look it up. Is this solely on lot 2, the property the town owns?
Yes.
And doesn't involve getting easements on anybody else?
No, it's,
Yeah, no, it's
it is our property and it should be in that paper there.
this one here.
Yes.
Looked like to me.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
There's no provision for ledge.
That will have to be an add alternate if it shows up, that we can
Right.
ask for that.
You should request a cost per yard for ledge,
Okay,
even if it's in county, because if you don't, they're gonna come back with numbers that you may not like.
I can add that in there,
Yeah.
cost for edge. And I can also ask them for labor, hours and stuff like that, so they don't come back.
Well, if it's a turnkey bid, the labor doesn't matter,
Right,
but if they're
Cost
gonna
per
put
yard.
in there, ledge is not accounted,
right. I
but
can make sure it's accounted for.
so
Oh.
we gotta make sure it's accounted for. That's number one. Number two, number three. What are the payment terms that they're looking for? What's the payment schedule they want? Do they want money up front? They wanna wait till the end? They want a third, a third, a third?
Okay,
Do we wanna retain any?
I think we should retain something.
Oh, yeah. And we also should require certificates of insurance showing the limits of liability and for vehicles and persons.
So if something comes up that's unexpected and not, you know, not part of the original agreement, I would think there'd be a paragraph in there to say how that gets dealt with.
Like,
Like if, I don't know, they start digging someplace and something happens and they say, oh no, we misjudged and now we have to move it or we need
well, that's
more.
why I had the provision for ledge.
Okay.
All right, so, request the cost per yard for ledge. All contractors have to provide a certificate of insurance and, but how do you want to word the payment, portion of it? All submittals, well, we can actually say the town has the right to retain till completion. Do you want to hold back 10%, 20%, 50%?
Well, usually we hold back 10%.
10%?
Most people do, but we want to get a payment schedule. Because we're gonna have to draw on the reserve account. And you can't draw on the reserve account. Without a town meeting.
Okay. So contract must include
Payment
payment
schedule,
schedule.
with the town retaining 10% until
Town retains.
final inspection.
I'll add that in. Okay. Did I miss anything?
And you're gonna ask them to separate out the part for paving, so you can compare that. Are you planning to put that out to others as well to get a competitive?
Not necessarily. I think that most of the earthwork contractors will have. They'll put in a paving cost estimate. Personally, I think that it's probably gonna be over budget.
Say yes or no.
Well, exactly. I just wanted them to put it as part of the proposal so we can, and ask them all to do that so that we can have apples to apples
And then
bid process. And then if we don't,
We could.
we could do it later.
address it at a
Yes.
different time.
Yep.
Just based on my pure ignorance of driving
that's fine.
fire
Yep.
motion, is that turnaround really sufficient?
It's gonna have to be sufficient for us to get in and out of there. So, yes, I think it will be.
And then as far as annual maintenance go, at a minimum, we need to plow it.
We'll need to figure out a plowing
We
schedule.
need to
Yes.
get all that into
Yep.
our budgets too.
Yep.
Anybody else?
All right.
Good.
I will add those 4 things in. Do you want me to send it to Carol and you can look at it one more time? That's probably the best thing to do.
Well, I ought to come back for the board to approve it.
Then I will get it from, you'll have it, probably
To me now.
get it out to everybody. Okay, sounds like a plan. All right. And
So if we're gonna do like installments payments, so we can do town meeting and get all this approved. Is, cause like when we do subdivisions and stuff are built. They're done in segments. Are we gonna request that so much be done before this payment is relinquished. This much is done before the next payment is relinquished.
That's what I'm saying by payment schedule.
Payments,
Yeah.
but so work, amount of work.
Well, that's what that's the basis of the payment schedule.
Well, good question.
Because they can continue and just slack off, but still keep getting their payments. So,
Yeah, no, I think that we'll have to manage that. So, with the expectation, so, yep,
Good?
all right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chief.
Appointments. You have a list of appointments?
I have individual appointments that will be signed. There's a lot of them.
Do I have a motion?
do you know, these people are up to go their appointment positions?
Haven't heard otherwise.
So they have an option.
I'm not even on there.
I have a number of comments. You want me to wait for a motion?
Yeah.
Move to approve the appointments to the committees.
As listed.
Yes, do we have the comprehensive committee appointments somewhere?
No,
Okay. Just thought we should at some
no,
point.
they're not I mean, they're their own committee, right? We haven't appointed them. The board has
Well,
not appointed them.
The board appointed that list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think the people that volunteer should be recognized somewhere somehow. Because it's a big commitment. So, but I would move to approve the appointments that we have listed.
Second. Okay, I've got a number of questions here. For the planning board, it was my understanding that Steve would not be serving on the planning board, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so we should take him off.
I need a resignation letter.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
until I get it, you're on there.
right, I will get you one, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and I noticed Lisa's name wasn't on there. Was that intentional?
Who, what?
Lisa Winger?
Lisa
Lisa
Winger.
Winger.
We have her listed as a alternate.
Yeah, but
So,
she's not on this list.
so
Yeah,
she's
but her
not,
appointment isn't up.
Right.
Well, either are a lot of these. Because they all have different, they're staggered dates. I can see that, but
Well, that's because everyone's expired. Everyone on this list expired June 30, 2026.
everybody expired and some people are getting appointed
So-
for a year or 2 years or 3
In order
years.
to get it back to the staggered.
Okay. All right, so I noticed she wasn't there. I think we should add Bill Malcolm, I'm sorry. To the fire department because I was gonna ask if there was. You said he was gonna be the deputy, so he's not on here.
Chief now, yes.
Okay, so the fire
Right.
department does not for the town.
Yeah, but we don't appoint volunteer firefighters.
Okay, but you got the fire chief.
That's because we're required,
That's fine.
and he has a stipend.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Should the Board of Appeals be on here?
If their term has expired, yes. If it hasn't,
If it,
no.
okay, so I got confused because I assumed if somebody's term expired, then it would be just the 3-year term, but I see. I didn't understand that. Okay. I did happen to notice when I was looking up something in the statutes that if a town has 1,000 or more residents, that we should have 5 people on our Board of Appeals.
try it.
So not that we're not gonna do this tonight,
Try getting
obviously.
5
Try
people.
getting
We have
3.
Well,
Right, I understand,
And don't
I understand. Okay, so the reason Matt Williams isn't on here for Hancock County Planning Commission is because his term didn't expire. Same thing with Fiona DeKoenig, because her term didn't expire. I get it now. Martha Higgins, who's not here. Yes, she is. we appointed to a Katie disposal a little while ago, so
Yep.
that's why she's not on here.
She's
And
on
then I
for
also
solid
noticed
waste.
She's on,
last year,
she's on solid waste.
she's on solid waste, right? We had appointed Jamie as a deputy treasurer, deputy tax collector. Do we want to do that again? So we have a backup.
Should probably do that, yeah.
Hmm? Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do that next meeting. You
Yeah.
Get together with me. We'll talk to her and do that.
Okay, so someplace you've got a spreadsheet with everybody on it
Hmm,
and all the dates. Okay, thank you.
any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Always jumping the gun.
Get a stamp.
I didn't ask.
no, you may not.
She asked, no.
No, you may not.
Me to ask.
John wanted me to ask.
Yeah, hey, Rings Paving. Goose Cove Road. Rings Paving was the only bidder out of 4 requested.
Yeah. Yeah. I just- Wow.
See it.
And the answer is.
Or number 2.
Have some separate.
I want to see it.
I'm reading it.
Well, go ahead.
Out loud.
Oh, that's not bad.
Jeez, I guess keep it a secret then. Okay, place an application of hot bituminous 12.5 millimeter binder pavement that is sufficient to fill potholes after compaction is achieved. $19,650.
That's a lot less than last. Okay, so question.
They're not doing handwork.
What'd you say?
What are they gonna do?
They're gonna pave it.
Take out a section.
They're gonna pave it,
They'll skim coat it.
do an overlay.
Entire roads?
No, just the areas that are
Pothole.
pothole. Yeah.
I just noticed that section. So they're gonna grind out those sections and repave it?
I don't know, it says, pavement limits are based on drawing not available, so there's no drawing. Paving, traffic control only, no earthwork included. Rings is not liable for variations in earthwork or subsurface, that's irrelevant. Rings reserve the right not to pave, it is observed the surface structure materials do not meet our professional standards. Rings is not responsible for the effects of extreme weather events on the paving process. The customer is responsible for contacting the town, city, and obtaining all necessary permits.
Did they say when they could do it?
They didn't say when they could do it, due to the volatility of the asphalt market, an adjustment to the price will be allowed due to changes to the cost of asphalt during the construction season. So it depends on when we, in the adjustment, the price is based on the East Coast Northeast selling price, which can be found at the MDOT website. Rings Paving will notify you any change prior to commencement of the work. Verification of asphalt prices will be provided to you at the time of any adjustment. The selling price at this time, at the time of this proposal, is $715 per ton.
Wow.
Wow, right.
Twice what it usually has been,
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. When we did, it used to be $200 a ton.
Petroleum.
Hmm,
Petroleum.
yep.
So if the price goes down, will that go down?
Yeah. Any adjustments to the price will be based on East, but that's the price that they're basing it on.
So would you like a motion, sir?
Yes, I would.
I would move to accept the bid from Rings. Gee, Sonny, your name trying to talk us.
I almost wrote rings.
Sorry, where were we? Move to approve the Rings paving quote.
Second,
Discussion?
yes.
Does our budget cover this or do we have to?
I added $50,000 to cover the pavement.
Right, okay, right.
So can we have more clarity on exactly what they're gonna do?
That's what I'm gonna
That's a
find out.
good question.
Because I would rather spend more money and know that it's done a little better than to shortcut it and it's literally just patched just.
I will find out, and get an idea, but that's what his proposal was rather than doing handwork,
And Monahan on
pave it.
Which is fine, but you're gonna grind that out first and do that, or you're just gonna slap some on and.
Well, he'll probably grind where it joins.
Yeah.
And then just go over. That's
Solid flat surface.
solid flat surface.
I like that.
Get a next sign.
Yeah, Joe, that's.
Yeah, an estimate to skim coat.
What?
Hmm?
If we should give us, an estimate to skim coat the whole road in the future. If the price ever comes down.
If the price ever comes down, yeah.
Or we have tomorrow on question.
They just raise their hand.
Hello, this is Adam Fraley.
Dell Inspiration in Huron 16.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me? This is Adam
You're
Fraley.
on mute, buddy.
I don't believe I'm on mute. Can you hear me?
You're on mute.
I'm not on mute.
You might need to turn the volume up because they're unmuted.
I'm not on mute.
Muted.
Oh, you're unmuted. Sorry.
I know. Can you hear me now? You guys
Maybe
must
type
not
in
have
the
your
chat.
volume on.
Oh,
You must not have your volume on. Your volume
We
is
can't
not
hear
on.
you.
Look in the chat, Jessica.
And it says our volume's not on.
your volume is not on. That could be it.
Is the TV muted?
Hello?
Anybody be opposed if I turn the fan on? To get a little warm in here?
The door.
Can you hear me now?
Don't turn it on too fast, it'll fall out of.
I know. I'm aware of that.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous. Look at those blades on that.
Easy, girl.
Sean just commented and said he can hear me.
Well, not talking here, so I'm not sure.
Hello, test. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear his question?
Can you type your question in the comments?
This says your volume is not on, but
Whose volume is on?
But John can hear us.
My volume's on.
You're a surgeon, you so sorry.
Like a kid.
Mass decapitation, Trenton Select Board.
Very clear.
For the record, I moved to buy a new fan last year. And they said, no, we'll get your name tag instead.
You are really cruising tonight, aren't you? Huh?
I'm on a roll.
First of all, I came in here in a bad mood.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but she's laughing.
Before I even saw you.
Did he type his questions into the chat?
Well, then he needs to come to the meeting and stop sitting at home.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin, Howard, Frost TV to be addressed. And I agree.
To be addressed and I agree, where Karen residents vehicle even when driving the speed limit, and it's a safety hazard for emergency vehicles, but years and they need to be addressed.
And it was.
What Frost TV?
I didn't get it. I'm gonna assume that it's.
The culverts,
Culverts or something.
it's not a frost heave.
No.
That's a speed bump.
Yes, you go. Thanks.
What is the comment? I didn't hear that.
We said we ought to repair the frost heaves on the Goose Cove Road.
So increase the traffic flow, is that what they're trying to do?
Yeah.
And the speeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Right.
What would you like, sir? I'm lost.
Yes.
When you pee in payroll.
They do it all.
We have to go to executive business and
Well, I would take those up while we're signing. Let's
Move to pay the bills?
Second.
discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
While we're paying the bills, do we have an update on the 25 mile an hour sign? You know where,
They both said.
Easy Road, the speed limit sign?
Yeah, they both said.
ordered this.
You haven't one?
I haven't ordered this yet.
Oh, my neighbors were wondering.
They are, okay.
I started.
Well-
Going through all the cemetery roads, and listening to the people, and finding all the cemetery.
Fred, can I also talk a little bit about Goose Cove Road?
Yeah,
I did a little research. And the town can petition the state to take over a town road if it is deemed to be,
My thought was that this would go here.
deemed to be,
let me back up. The Goose Cove Road was at one time a dirt road, as some of our older people will remember. And it was only local traffic, just people that lived on Goose Cove. Now it is a thoroughfare, as we all know in the summertime.
Thank God.
Oh, it's a thoroughfare all winter.
I could tell you, I follow all kinds of.
Can't have the entrance down here, and they can't have the entrance there. It's more than that, but it's gonna.
So, I did some research on how to get the state to take over a road. And the town council actually has the authority to request the state to investigate that. And my question is, do you think we should do that?
However,
Okay.
Is Ellsworth doing that?
Street, based on.
Because.
I knew Fred would know, so just, that's the question.
well, we've been down that road before.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
There was.
But they have changed, right?
Yeah, the state's more than willing to take over the Goose Cove Road.
What's the caveat?
They're gonna give us Oak Point Bayside.
Well, keep
Here.
so.
Yeah.
So we'll keep this
Yeah,
going.
if you drive by there, you'll see a couple of snow stakes out there.
Is that really the deal? Like that?
Yep, because they would make Route 230 come down to the Goose Cove Road, go across Goose Cove Road, and that would.
No, that's why I said I knew Fred would know the answer.
No, that's a good hint. Could do it.
That would also mean maintenance is on their schedule and we would be waiting years for something to happen.
Maintenance of what?
Of the road.
What road?
State road.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And Goose Cove was
Yeah.
taken over.
If the road were a state road and we decided it needed to be,
Any better?
It is,
Needed work.
it is doable.
Well, I
we have
was,
no control over it.
I was thinking, 10 years down the road,
That's the idea.
unintended, when we're gonna have to pay the grind it, that's gonna be
When the land.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Be a lot of money today.
They did.
Hundreds of thousands, right? I was just trying to save the town some money.
Well, we can, we just have to take over Oak Point Bayside.
Tell them that's not an option.
Yeah.
It was always been Goose Cove, that's back before people started building on that road, it was in back.
So.
Right,
It was what? People.
impact.
Yeah, it was all
Yeah,
there, so
exactly.
it was playground for people that had four-wheel drive.
I remember
it.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't go through.
One's just a regular.
Well, remember,
It didn't go through.
it was a trail that went
It was a
through.
trail with no road.
Road, you could go just beyond where the trail.
I'm sure, yeah.
Back there.
No,
I think a lot of people
far,
do.
so.
It's a good place to go parking.
Okay. The other items you wanted to bring up.
Or there's another one. Oh,
They had a good idea when they opened.
okay, so question,
I didn't hear my question addressed about the culverts. The speed limit and traffic count are not legitimate excuses to ignore poor and unsafe road conditions.
We ought to drive on Bayside.
so are the culverts collapsing? They're
Nope.
collapsing,
Nope.
settled.
Yep.
I hear your issue. I get it. And maybe with this grind, with the grinding, are they gonna grind and pave?
I gotta find out. I think that's what they're gonna do, but what about the speed limit? You wanna do, increase it?
No, I think he was saying that wasn't part of the question wasn't being addressed. Are not legitimate excuses to ignore the poor and unsafe road conditions. So we'll get back to you. Mr. Dell,
Inspire
thank you. When we hear back from Rings Paving on what they're gonna do, right?
Is Mr. Dell a town resident?
Sure.
I don't know. You can decrease the speed limit.
Inspire.
Adam Fraley.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah, you guys are giving Adam a hard time.
Yeah, sorry, Adam. I was trying to be nice to you.
It's Adam Fraley, he's on the fire department.
Pick
And he's
one.
on the planning board.
Oh, let's do, the memorandum. Okay.
Oh, from Angie and the chief
Yeah.
and the health officer. That guy.
What would the board like to do?
I actually went down and visited it.
Did you? Yeah, pretty interesting, huh?
I want, and little lines there's no money, it's not gonna go.
Well, I think the thought was to start somewhere. And then if because the property has value, it is shorefront.
Yeah. It's a nice piece.
So eventually something is gonna change and we will have this in hand. The letter saying that you're responsible to clean this up. But and
We're gonna give it to, we're gonna give the letter to.
well, I thought about that. That's a good question.
In charge of the trust.
Exactly. Do we have, if, I don't know, do we have his information? I think we do.
Well, we have
We've
the
got
property
address
owner's
In
information.
Arizona, yeah.
Yep. So Angie.
No. The
No.
brother is not the owner.
Listing as zones and handle the trust.
He's the trustee. Trust is who you have to communicate with.
When he's all there is with us,
Hmm?
he's all there is.
Well, yes, he's the trustee of the trust, but the trust is the one that's liable for it.
So I think Angie writes a letter.
It's gotta go certified.
At least we'll have something. The town has not ignored it. We've taken action.
Okay.
And I think we
Is
should.
is she the right person or should we have our attorney do it, which is now upping the,
Well, the code enforcement officer
officer.
would, that she's free.
okay,
So we wouldn't,
She's not free, but she.
no, she's not free.
no,
But
but she has the
power, yeah,
ability to, not
authority,
just authority, but she would know how to do it,
yes.
the legal part of it.
Angie is very well, very, very good at her job. So I would move that we have the code enforcement officer write a letter to the responsible person,
Trustee.
or the trust, I guess Fred was saying.
Second,
Second, discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Probably, it would be nice to let Tina know that we're
Yeah.
getting some action.
Are you looking at me? Should we do a phone call or just, I don't know how to get in touch with her.
I think the first person I would let know is the person is Ed.
What'd you say?
Where he is.
I'm not sure how to refer to him. He's the person who was
That
living
is, I don't know how to reach.
Resident,
Yeah.
former resident.
Right.
I can check with David and I could let Tina know if that's okay with you guys.
Okay, me.
Why do we, oh, never mind.
Because she was the one who brought it.
Janet Higgins may know. She was here and spoke to me afterwards. She might be a way to reach him.
The last I knew he was living in a camper, I think.
But I agree with Sue, the lady that came and made the initial, she should be notified that we've done something.
Okay, was that 48 Pressy?
48 Pressy.
Yeah. I got the right address, okay.
And the letter from Mr. Batson.
I told him if he wanted to discuss that letter with the board, we were meeting at 7 PM tonight. And I don't see him anywhere.
Can you give us just a second here to? What,
Oh, got it.
which one is that?
Do you want to respond to that letter and say the board would be interested in having a discussion with you if you want to show up?
Well,
We did.
Oh, right there.
We told him to come to the board.
I did that already,
Okay.
Won't
and
come.
he didn't show up.
Oh,
But my
marijuana.
question is, we've
Right.
already voted on this.
Theoretically, they could put out a petition, get enough names and spend the next 10 years putting this, asking us to vote on this.
Over
right?
and over and over and over.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think about the idea of getting word to them that perhaps what they ought to do is address this with the planning board and potentially, talk to them about it. A major problem I had with the way they did this was they were prescribing how we would do it. And I think if the town wants to allow sales of recreational marijuana, fine. If they don't, fine. But if they do, I think it's up to our planning board to suggest all those details that they had wrapped into their referendum question, how many licenses would be issued, how they would be, how they would, the way they could get passed along. There was a lot of detail in there that I don't think they should be telling a town what to do. I think we should decide if we want that business here or not, and then the planning board should explore the way we manage it.
Wasn't that what the vote was for?
I mean, I think the town voted that we didn't want that.
Yeah.
We did,
Get
and
voted down.
so they sent a
So I think
letter.
it's over.
They sent a letter that said they were disappointed, obviously, but they wanted to redo it in November because there'd be greater voter turnout. And I agree with you, they got the answer. That's why I said they could do this forever if they wanted to.
Let them do it forever.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think it's the planning board's job to make rules about something that nobody else in the town has said they wanted.
No, if they had a vote, just a yes or no vote, and the town voted yes, then the planning board could look at it. But I know you've got your plate full right now too.
But they already have the vote.
Yeah.
We've already decided, so why would we want to vote on
I
it?
don't understand how that's the planning board's responsibility. We have the ordinance. And if they submit an application, then the planning board can rule on it, but we're
Well,
beyond.
you're getting sidetracked. The question is, can they bring us another petition?
Well, they can.
And do you have to have a town meeting for it?
Yes, you have to have a town meeting for
So
it.
there's no way to say no to them?
Not that I know of.
Okay,
But
they need
we don't
to-
have to promise to do it November either.
I think.
Well, you either have to hold you either have to
Right.
hold a special town meeting or put it on the next scheduled town meeting,
Right.
which is November.
If they get it done,
We
they have
have
to
a-
get their signatures and they have to get the signatures validated. they have to get their stuff done in time for that, right?
Mhm.
But we are having a special town meeting in November
We are, okay.
because you got the reorganization for the school,
Hmm.
which is a
Oh,
local
we can do
vote.
that
So
now,
you
that
have
vote,
to be a
okay.
special town meeting. So the next town meeting
That's
is
what we
going to
do,
be
yes.
in November.
Okay.
So
They also did not show up for the public hearing.
hmm?
They did not show up for the public hearing either.
That's right.
No, we
No.
learned later that he was on.
He didn't speak.
He never spoke.
He listened in, but he didn't say anything.
Okay, what was the other one?
If they want to submit another referendum, I would recommend it just be an up or down, yes or no. And leave all those other details out of it. And then if it passes, then the town gets to decide.
Well, you can say that, but the petitioners can submit,
Whatever
They can do whatever they want, I know. Yeah,
okay,
right.
and then you have to do something with it.
Well, I'm gonna wait for him to call me, cause he will eventually. I don't see where we have to call them.
No.
I think that letter's asking for a response.
I don't.
We have anything else? You were gonna say something? No?
Well, we can sit down and respond to the questions how is the ballot question summary language determined and written by the petitioner?
Right.
Public hearing requirements. No less than 7, no more than 30 days prior to the town meeting. Finalizing printing of ballots, you gotta be 30 days for 30 days for absentee ballots and another 30 days to get it printed, so they gotta have it in by the end of August in order to make it. You got 60 days from November 3rd, so you're talking September 3rd, so. I would say the end of August. It's
Right.
easy.
You want to move it up a couple of weeks to give more room,
Move it up.
mid-August?
Well, no, that's the requirement is
Okay.
it would be 60 days prior.
But does that give you enough time to get ballots?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll just respond to them, those answers to those
Yeah, I
questions.
think those questions merit a response.
But it's up to them to come up with the wording, not up to us.
Okay.
Any updates?
Yes, can I just make one more comment about the papers here, just because this is a public meeting, I think the public should know that the Secretary of the Interior notified us that we are getting a payment in lieu of taxes
Oh, yeah.
of $195.
For Thompson's Island.
Yep.
Can we buy a new fan?
Not for $195, you can't.
It's Cove Road with that.
$195?
I left off some zeros.
Yeah, you can.
I'm willing to I'd put it up.
All right, updates. Very quickly, the grant application, is in for the community resilience partnership. And it could be August or September when we hear back, so I don't need to say anything until we hear back on that. And for the comprehensive plan update committee, they're making progress. We've got everybody assigned to to at least a couple of the chapters to work on. We are looking at being very ambitious and trying to get the survey out to the town in August, and then hold the first public meeting to garner some feedback in September. That's the current plan. We meet monthly at the end of the month, and we have a lot of work to do.
Anything else?
What about the Eastern? easement report from Maine Coast Heritage Trust. Are we responsible for fixing those things?
They give us a report every year.
They go walk it, just to make sure that we're not
Yeah.
developing it.
Should fix the stuff. It's been broken.
Just some of these things I put in here for your information, not expecting you to take them up as items on the agenda. But I'll remember next time.
Motion. Adjourn.
Okay.
All in favor? I'm adjourned.